But let's unpack this. We're diving deep into just an absolute whirlwind of League of Legends tournament match today. Match B7, Devon versus Mac.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here, I think, is how these detailed match notes let us, dissect not just the crazy gameplay we saw, but the thinking behind it, the strategies, the adaptations in real time. That's what decided it.
Right. So for this deep dive, our mission is basically to pull back the curtain, see how these really high stakes games actually flow. What were those specific calls that like tipped to the scales?
Yeah.
And what makes a player's performance truly game winning? All this comes straight from these incredibly detailed match notes. Gives us a brilliant minute by minute look. All right, before we jump into the action itself, let's maybe paint a picture of the teams. Their champion picks really tell the story here. First up, Devon's team. We're kind of calling them the Stoic Assassins. Think, high risk, high reward. Their lineup: Aatrox top, Kayn jungle, Zed mid, Aphelios ADC, and Pyke on support. I mean, this is textbook assassin heavy, snowball dependent. Their whole game plan seems to be constant lane pressure, find those flanks, and just brutal burst damage, delete key targets. And then on their side, you've got Max team, the all-rounder skirmishers. Their comp feels built for like dynamic, messy fights. Sett top, Lucian jungle, Ekko mid, Lucian ADC, and Rakan support. It just feels fast, flashy, tempo-based,
Designed to thrive in those scrappy brawls, quick collapses, maybe improvisational team fights where things don't go perfectly to script.
It's really cool seeing these two approaches clash, isn't it? Devon's team, the Stoic Assassins, they definitely bring kill pressure everywhere, every single lane, and their ability to just execute a backliner, terrifying, especially with Pyke, Kayn, and Zed all having reset potential. It's potentially insane.
There's always a but.
Right, but like you hinted, they're paper thin. There's zero real tank presence. So they're completely reliant on having vision control, on keeping the tempo. If they lose that grip, they just fall apart. They're incredibly vulnerable. And, Aphelios is a monster late game, but he needs so much space, so much setup, which feels kind of weird for a team that otherwise just wants to dive straight in, doesn't it?
The definite tension in their strategy.
Then you look at Max skirmishers. They seem built for just constant action. Excellent engage, but also really good re-engage if a fight goes sideways. They're mobile, maybe a bit more forgiving if someone makes a mistake. And that early tempo they get from Lucian ADC plus an aggressive jungler like Lee Sin, that's a huge plus.
Okay, so strengths there.
Yeah.
Weaknesses.
Well, they're not invincible. They can still be vulnerable to burst if they get caught or if their combo gets disrupted. The whole thing really relies on super tight mechanical execution from everyone. And like Devon's lack of tanks, Mac only really has Sett as their front line. He's the only real meat shield. So he's got a huge job to do.
Okay, so with these foundational differences laid out, the stage was set for just an explosive match. The big question then is, how did it actually play out? Did Mac's early aggression win the day, or did Devon find a way to execute their assassin plan? Well, right from the start, top lane was just Sett and Aatrox constantly trading punches back and forth. But the first real move came from the jungle. Max Lee Sin, at just 4.45, pulls off this brilliant flash Q ward hop onto Aatrox. First blood for Mac. Huge statement early.
Ooh, nice play.
Yeah. Meanwhile, mid lane, Zed actually gets a solo kill at level 6.
Yeah.
Really clean out play on Ekko's chrono break, waited out the return mark perfectly.
Okay, so Devon's striking back a bit there.
A bit. And bot lane, Rakan and Lucian were super aggressive at level 2, forced Aphelios to burn his flash really early. It just felt like Mac's team was everywhere those first few minutes.
They definitely were. And this is where you start seeing the strategy play out, right? Even though Devon's Pyke got a nice roam mid, picked up a kill on Lee Sin, it cost them. It cost them pressure bot lane.
Yeah.
So while Devon's Kayn was trying to power farm and scale up, Lee Sin was just relentless. Pressure everywhere.
Yeah.
All lanes.
Right. Non-stop action from it.
Exactly. And that tempo control allowed Mac to secure the first Dragon Infernal, a good one for them, and then the first Herald 2 and the payoff. By just 12 minutes in, they'd already cracked open the bot lane tower. That's critical. Opens the map, denies Aphelios safe farm. Lee Sin was absolutely the early game MVP here, just for that control, that tempo, that constant support he gave to his side lanes.
Okay, so Lee Sin runs the early show. But heading into the mid-game, say 15 to 25 minutes, Devon's team, the Assassins, they must have been looking for their openings, right? And we saw it 16.30. Huge 4v4 blows up down in the bot lane. Zed does his thing, right? True assassin. Deletes Lucian with a perfect death mark. Massive pick.
Huge pick. Should be game-changing.
You'd think. But Mac's team, with that sort of chaotic geniuses style you mentioned, they turn it instantly. Rakan hits a massive 3-man charm. Ekko makes a brilliant play with his ult to get back into it. Sett just dunks Aphelios over the wall. So even though Devon got the flashy Zed kill on Lucian, Mac actually wins the fight overall, 3 for 2.
Exactly. It's like Devon gets the highlight reel kill, but Mac wins the objective, wins the map state. It's fascinating. But Devon showed resilience there. They lost the skirmish, yeah, but they didn't fold. They regrouped, found a really crucial pick onto Lucian later, and immediately turned that into the first Baron at 21.45. Now, this was a massive moment.
Okay, the Baron play, big swing.
Huge swing. Because it wasn't just the gold and the buff, it forced Mac's team, the team that loves aggression and chaos, into playing defense, turtling. That's not their game. It kind of exposed their reliance on hitting those perfect engages and, having only Sett up front.
Right. So Devon flips the script with Baron.
Yeah, and they used it well. Pyke gets 2 huge resets in a mid lane skirmish right after, which lets Aphelios just sweep up. A 4-for-1 fight for Devon. That's Devon imposing their win condition, finally, even after being behind.
So how did Mac respond to that? Losing the fight, Devon having Baron.
To their credit, they adapted pretty well. They hunkered down mid and bot. Lucian and Rakan did a great job just stalling, poking, clearing waves, buying time. While Sett just bravely held the top lane solo against the pressure, it was smart play under pressure.
And who stood out in this phase? If Lucian was early MVP.
For the mid-game, I'd have to give it to Aphelios for Devon. Despite the early pressure, his damage output in those key fights, especially that cleanup after the Baron, that was clutch, kept them right in it.
Okay, wow. So the game is just incredibly tight, back and forth. We're heading into the late game now, maybe 25 to 33 minutes. And this is where, like you said, planning meets improvisation. And Mac's chaotic genius really came out. They start by baiting Baron around 27.30, always a high-stakes play.
Oh, and it was such a smart bait. Rakan, again, just phenomenal.
Yep.
He was hiding in the pick brush, completely unseen, then flashes out into a perfect 3-man charm, just catches Devon completely off guard.
Wow, just turns the whole situation.
Instantly. And before Devon can even react, Lucian swoops in, perfect smite plus Q combo, steals the Baron, just boom, momentum completely flipped.
The deuce to steal.
Right. And immediately after Ekko ults past Zed's threat range, Lucian just melts Pyke instantly. Shuts down any reset dream Devon had right there. That whole sequence just showed Mac's ability to punish the smallest mistake, the smallest opening. Incredible.
Oh, they get Baron. What happens next?
The next big fight was just pure Mac style. Zed tries a flank, looking for that assassination, but Ekko anticipates it.
What a game. Just, wow. A pulse-pounding brawl from start to finish. When the dust finally settled, Mac takes the win. 26 kills to Devon's 22. Super close kill score, but Mac found that extra gear.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking back at that whole chaotic match, obviously a team effort, but were there individual performances that really, really stood out beyond the early Lucian and mid-game Aphelios we mentioned?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, the overall match MVP, without a shadow of a doubt, it has to be Rakan. Mac's support.
Rakan.
His
Interesting.
KDA was 12-18, which is nuts for a support, but honestly doesn't even tell half the story. He was consistently flashing into multi-man charms, creating fight opportunities out of absolutely nothing. He protected Lucian like his life depended on it, and just nearly every single turning point, every crucial team fight, he was the catalyst. He found angles nobody else saw. Just brilliant support play.
Okay, Rakan MVP. Makes sense after hearing that breakdown. Any honorable mentions?
And definitely got to give an honorable mention to Lucian. Yeah, he fell off a bit, maybe mid-game after getting caught, but that Baron steal, that was legitimately game-winning. A pure clutch moment. Plus, he set that crucial early tempo, never really let Kayn scale safely into the game, constantly harassed him. Yeah. Those two, Rakan and Lucian, really put on a show.
Yeah, this match really was mechanical madness. Like we said at the start, Devon played like that blade in the dark, sharp, elegant, deadly when they hit.
Precision.
But Mac, they just kind of danced through it all, didn't they?
Exactly. Every single one of those death-defying engages, every coordinated counterpunch, every little moment of improvisation, it was just a testament to that chaotic genius style. When it all shook out, Mac's team just stood tall, probably bruised, maybe a bit dizzy from the chaos, but laughing and victorious in the end.
So this deep dive, it really shows you, doesn't it? Even in a game with so much structure, so much strategy, that planning always meets the unpredictable. The beautiful chaos of actually playing it out makes you think, maybe, what systems or plans in your own life could benefit from embracing just a little bit more of that chaotic genius when things inevitably go off script? Or maybe, how often are those unsung heroes, like a support player on a team, the ones really dictating how things flow, how it all turns out? Way more than maybe the scoreboard suggests. Something for you to mull over.